Welcome to our next tutorial in the Factors and Primes series. In this tutorial, we are going to go through the lowest common multiple. So what is the lowest common multiple? The lowest common multiple is simply the smallest number that both numbers go into. Now, as always, let's explain this by way of our example. Suppose we have this question. What is the lowest common multiple of the numbers 36 and 48? So basically, which is the smallest number that both 36 and 48 go into. Now typically this is going to be a 2-mark or a 3-mark question. So make sure that you get all the workings out correct. So let's begin. The first thing we have to do is to work out the prime factors of both numbers. So starting with number 36, and don't forget we've covered both prime factors and the highest common factor in the first two tutorials. So 36 is an even number, so it can be divided by 2. 36 divided by 2 is 18. We are left with number 18. 18 is also an even number, we can divide it by 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 9 cannot be divided by 2 because it's an even number, but the next smallest prime number is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So here we have worked out all the prime factors for number 36. It's 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Okay, we're just going to change colors and move on to number 48. The 48 is an even number, so we can divide it by 2. So using the factor tree, we have 2 times 24 gives us 48. Now number 24 is also an even number, so we're going to divide this by 2. That gives us 12. 12 divided by 2 again gives us 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3, which is also a prime number. So we have now worked out all the prime factors for number 48. The next step is to write these numbers down with their prime factors. So we're going to start off here. 36 equals 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And for number 48 equals 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Now the next step is we're going to work out the highest common factor. So let's circle all the common numbers. We have 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. We also have another 2 here and 2 here. And lastly, we've got a 3 here and a 3 here. So in order to work out the lowest common multiple, we have to work out the highest common factor. That's why quite often you'll get a question which is asking for the highest common factor and then asking for the lowest common multiple of the same numbers. So the highest common factor is 2, we got over here, times the 2, which is the second one here, times 3, which is the last one here. So the highest common factor is 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. So the highest common factor of the numbers 36 and 48 is 12. We are now going to work out the lowest common multiple. Now the lowest common multiple is simply the highest common factor, which is 12, times all the numbers that we have not used so far in the prime factors. So we have a 3 here. And now let's look at number 48. We have a 2 here. So let's write this down, times 2. And we have the last number we haven't used so far is another 2. So we work out the highest common factor first, and then we go through the prime factors of both numbers that we have not used. So the lowest common multiple is 12 times 3 is 36 times, we can multiply these two together, times 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Now 36 times 4 is, well 36 times 2 is 72, times 2 is 144. And that is how we work out the lowest common multiple.